Hello everybody. Apologies, I've been away for some time. After putting up my Freddy Krueger course, I was away all over the weekend from Friday. Went down to England to a seminar all weekend. And yesterday I was busy with my new friend. So, anyway, I'm back. You've got me back. I'm going to share a game with you. And we're going to play a game. And the game we're going to play is, can you outsmart the fish? We're going to play Guess the ELO, and I want you to guess what the ELOs are of the players involved. I mean, you can see the actual ratings. I was 14, 15 in Blitz. Since coming off the coffee, man, my Blitz rating has gone like through the floor. I was 1390 or something like that, you know, but from being 1525 not long ago, like 2 weeks ago. Anyway, an opponent is Ashort1234-123 from Armenia. Looks like. Probably. Armenia. There we go. Okay, so anyway, it's a fun game. So get your pencils and papers at the ready. We've got the modern defence. And my weapon against the modern defence is to play the d-pawn out, usually. And then after they fianchetto the bishop, which is of course they're going to do, you throw Harry up the board with h4. And what's really interesting about this is when Harry gets to h5, he's defended twice, right? And when my man gets to h6, he's also defended twice because he's still defended by the rook and defended by that bishop there. So in fact, if black takes here, yeah, I mean, we could just recapture with the queen. And he's got a pinned f-pawn, right? And it's like brown trousers time for black. But if he gets to here, the bishop has to retreat. So let's see what happens. He plays d6. Okay. h5. Is he going to take? No, he doesn't take. Knight, what's that? Knight bd2? Knight bd7? And I just pile in with Harry. I don't know if it's the best move. Apparently the computer says no, he should be. No, it is. No, it's right up there. h6. Perfectly fine. Bishop retreats. Bishop's gone back in its box. It's gone back into its hole like an eel at the bottom of the sea. So I'm just decide now I've got like free reign. So I throw my bishop out into the board. He blocks with his knight. So obviously my bishop was pinning the e-pawn. And now my pawn's still defended twice. I develop my knight. The computer doesn't like that one because I've hung a pawn. So I hit the knight again. Back goes the knight. Knight bd2. That's the move. And the knight goes back into his box, right? But now, yeah, adding a second attacker again to the pawn on h6. But after he's made quite a few piece moves as black, and he's only got one piece that actually isn't on its starting square, which is kind of funny. So queen e2. Again, putting more pressure on this pawn, which is pinned anyway, because the queen would hang if the pawn moves. So we get f6 played. I decide just to goad him forward. So I drop the bishop back to here. He falls for it. And now, if you want to pause, you can do, but yours truly missed a little trick here. So, yes, the trick is obviously this diagonal, right? So I think I can literally take this pawn now. Because if he takes, I believe that's checkmate. Yeah, I missed that one. Anyway, so I dropped my bishop back anyway. So it's now equal. It was winning. It's now equal. So he snatches the pawn because now, of course, it's only defended the one time. But this is okay. I'm now down 2 pawns. So long castles. This is all about... And he moves his bishop again. This is move 13 of the game. Right? Yes, he's got 2 pawns. Right, so he's 2 pawns up. But white is 0.8 up. Which means, as my coach Colin just said to me in my lesson today, he said, you know, that means that the computer thinks that white is +3 pretty much in terms of position and activity. You know, if we're 2 behind in material, but we're still almost +1, there you go. Then we've got other compensation. So I snatch a pawn here. He obviously doesn't recapture, and it all goes. What's wrong with this picture? So I snatched the pawn. What should I have done? I should just have come back immediately with check. King has to move, because there's nothing that can block. So I knew I had that. Well, I thought, sod it, let's open up the centre anyway. He takes with a knight. Now I give check, and now it says that wasn't the best thing to do. King comes to here, and now we are just king hunting. Right, just hang on to this. This is a load of fun. So queen b5 with check. King comes across. So what would you play in this position? I can't even remember what I played. And I just played this game about an hour ago. Oh, yeah. This pawn's, of course, is in an absolute pin. So he's just... The knight is hanging. It's literally hanging. There you go. King retreats. The pawn is still pinned because the king's still on the same diagonal with the bishop. So I develop my knight, now opening up this and adding an extra pin to this pawn. So now it's pinned twice. Because I can have... Well, it's in an absolute pin though, so it can't even move. Okay, he attacks the queen, I drop back. He develops a bishop, and I go in with a knight. Because I figure, look, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces looking at that pawn. That pawn is that king's only shelter. Plus, I'm planning to bring my bishop here, you know, and try and checkmate the bugger. So he takes. Apparently it's forced mate in 5 now. King goes to here. Bang, and resigns. It's mate in 3 anyway. All he can do now is what I call just throwing bodies under the bus. You know, his only move here is there. Takes. And apparently queen b5. Oh, that's evil. That is evil. Now, can he even take here? Oh, I've got queen e8, mate. Oh my goodness me. Anyway. So. Okay, we've got a 1400 player playing a just under 1400 player. What are your bets for that? We're looking for 2 rough ELOs. Now, I'll give you 100 either way, right? I'll give you that either way. Pause if you need to, because we're going to flip over and see the results. Okay, let's go back to the highlights. 60 accuracy for yours truly, and 50 for my opponent, who got 800 for me and 650 for black. I don't know, guys. We can tweak the nose of the deadly spindly killer fish as long as we like, but fish, please. Bitch. Seriously. And I got a brilliant move. That knight sack was a brilliancy. Thank you very much. You know, I'll take that. And yeah, I missed some stuff, but, you know. Again, we'll just file this one under. It was a fun game, and I enjoyed it. And I creamed my opponent. Well, I felt like I creamed him. And I could have creamed him better, of course. So what was my first... Okay, so, yeah, I lose 1 pawn there. And it's after this move here that literally we could just take there. And what's his best move? Knight c5. Do I come in with a queen? What? Knight c5 just giving up a knight? Wow. But yeah, I mean, this is the general... Oh, he's not... He has to, because he has to make an escape square. Has to make an escape square for his king. But there you go. That would have been super crushing. But yeah, I mean, seriously, please. 800. I don't buy it. But anyway, maybe you're sitting there like you're 800 rated and you're going, yeah, I saw your mistakes, dude. Get over yourself. But anyway, I thought that was fun. So yeah, hope you did too. Thanks for watching. See you later.